Some artists and local business owners in Mahikeng have gathered outside Mmabatho Convention Centre to protest against being excluded from the Mahika Mahikeng Festival. The music extravaganza, which is organised by the Northwest Department of Arts and Culture, is scheduled to get underway next week. Our reporter Refiloe Seboko is standing by to tell us some of the concerns of the artists. Refiloe, what's going on?
What's going on right now, Dudu, is that artists, together with some local business owners, have dispersed. They had been gathered here just a little bit earlier. That's when there was expected to be a media briefing, but they were raising a couple of concerns that they have as artists, together with some local businesses. But allow me to welcome spokesperson of the Department of Arts and Culture in the Northwest Province, Dr. Seboko. Thank you so much and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Maybe let's start with what happened here, the disruptions that we saw, and now it looks like that media briefing. Is it still going to happen, or what's going on now?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Yes, there was a media briefing that was supposed to happen here in Convention Centre at 11 o'clock this morning. Unfortunately, the briefing could not resume due to disruptions that happened aside. And you will understand that there's a lot of media that is coming from all over, even across Botswana, who are part of this media briefing, as they were also part of the previous briefing. So the media briefing has to be, it has to happen at a particular venue, at a particular time, at a particular day.
Give us, has it been confirmed yet when the media briefing will happen? Which day, which time? Has that been what you've been discussing inside, amongst others?
The media briefing is going to continue today. The only thing is going to be the change of venue and time. We are still looking for a suitable venue where we can hold the media briefing. And I don't think this is going to take us the whole day, or it's going to be long. It's just a matter of a few hours, and then we get a venue and we continue with the media briefing.
Part of the disruptions in what we saw, it formed frustrations that came from artists together with some local businesses to say they are not being involved or included into this whole festival. Your response as the department to that, what is it?
Well, from the beginning, when we started having a briefing, media briefing at Mmabatho Stadium, the artists and other community members were there. We explained as a department that it is very unfortunate and very realistically, you can't have each and every artist performing on the 3 days. Right, but however, there are other ways and means, like the activations that are happening, that are done by the department, also activations that are happening at up and coming artists that needs to be given platform, but at a platform that is relevant, where they can get exposure and they can perform. So we have created those platforms by giving them to say that the MEC has agreed and in fact has directed us that every district should have activations where up and coming artists are given the opportunity and a platform to perform. At a festival of this magnitude, you will agree with me that it's not everybody is going to get an opportunity to climb the stage.
The issue of the organizer, we saw some people questioning the person who has been selected to organize the festival, to say there seems to be no transparency in terms of information, the issue of the bidding, and there seems to be allegations of favoritism towards this selected organizer of the festival.
Well, unfortunately, as you normally say, he who alleges must prove. We are not aware of any corruption or favoritism that happened, and what gives us comfort is that during this process of selecting the service provider for Mahika Mahikeng, I think there were 5 departments that were represented in all the committees. So you can't even begin to point a finger at the department to say officials from the department. If my memory serves me well, we had one representative from the Premier's office, one from Treasury, and the other one, I think it was from Public Works and from the department. So most of the department were part of these committees that was dealing with the bid, Mahika Mahikeng. So as to favoring somebody and all that, really, well, we can't say much about it, because like we are saying that he who alleges must prove. To say that we have preferred Megaworks as a bidder because of 1, 2, 3, 4. So for now, we can't say much about it.
And another question, maybe in closing, Dr. Seboko, to say, who were the other bidders that were in the same, with Megaworks, like you've mentioned, that they are now the official organizers of this?
Well, unfortunately, I'm not privy to that information. I don't know who were the bidders, but for purposes of transparency, we know what procedures to follow if we want to know the bidders and the scoring, the pricing, and everything, and all that. There is a process, there is a procedure that must be followed. People must write to the department. Those that maybe do not dissatisfied about it, they can approach the courts, and all the documents will be put on the table for them to see for themselves.
In terms of these disruptions, Dr. Seboko, would we say the department underestimated the situation, considering that already when the media launch was taken to Sandton, there were residents and others in the Northwest Mahikeng who says that they are not happy about that? Did you underestimate the situation of today?
Well, honestly, as we have explained on numerous occasions, that the media launch that is happening in Sandton has been organized by the service provider, which is Megaworks, and for the reasons that he has put forward. One, it's a marketing strategy, advertising strategy. Secondly, is accessibility of the media houses that are in Gauteng, and as it has been happening before with all the media launches, they normally start in Gauteng and come now to where the event is happening. Like, it's not a coincidence that we were here today. It has already long been planned to say the final one is going to happen here in Mmabatho Convention Centre, where the event is going to happen.
Thank you so much for your time. Let's leave it there for now. Let me throw it back to you in studio.